What's up guys, Steven here, welcome back to another video. So today I want to try something new and give you an unscripted overview over the brand new Huawei Mate 20 series. So I've received all the Mate 20 smartphones including the Mate 20X. A review of the Mate 20 Pro is already online, you can find it down below. And these reviews take me 20 to 25 working hours. So I want to give you today a brief overview over the smartphones and the full reviews will come a little bit later, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so now I would say let's have a closer look at the new Mate 20 series. Alright guys, so here are all Huawei Mate 20 smartphones, and we have the Mate 20 Lite, we have the Mate 20, the Mate 20 Pro, and also then we have the Mate 20X, which is Huawei's latest gaming smartphone. So let's have a closer look. Now one of the Mate 20 smartphones has been released a little bit earlier, and that was the Mate 20 Lite. So the Mate 20 Lite was released a bit earlier, just like the P20 Lite when the P20 series was released, and it's their entry-level smartphone. So the Mate 20 Lite costs around 400 euros, so it's a mid-range class, I would say. Then as you can see, this one here is the golden version, dual camera, dual lens, also two front-facing cameras, which is really weird that you have two of them here on a Lite series. Now regarding the size, it's pretty similar to the P20 Pro, which I also have been using since the release, and it's just a little bit bigger. So the key aspects of the Mate 20 series are a big display, so that display is quite big. Good battery performance on the Lite series also really good because the Kirin 710 is quite efficient. And well, yeah, Mate 20 look with the notch, and it's actually more for business people, what Huawei says. But well, the Mate 20 Lite has the Kirin 710 processor, which is a mid-range SoC, so it doesn't share the 980 like all the other models here. Also, it's kind of different because it only has a dual camera on the backside, while we have triple camera systems on the other Mate 20 smartphones. Now, I wasn't really convinced by the dual camera on the Mate 20 Lite, so actually that's the reason why I don't have used that smartphone as my daily driver for a longer time, because I really rely on a good camera for Instagram, for YouTube, if I want to quickly film something, if I forget my camera. And that's why I'm using the P20 Pro, the Mate 20 Pro as my daily driver right now. Other than that, we have a full HD Plus display. Display is looking really good. So if you're looking for an affordable Huawei smartphone with a huge display and good battery life and acceptable performance, then the Mate 20 Lite is definitely a good choice. I also have a gaming review on my channel, so even though it's not as fast as the Kirin 980, it still performs quite okay in games. So let's have a quick look around the smartphone. So we have here a fingerprint scanner on the rear. Then here we have dual cameras. Now, wasn't really convinced by them. Here at the bottom we have a headphone jack, Type-C port. Then here we have the speaker. Then here at the top we have the microphone, so no IR blaster. And yeah, that's it. The golden version feels pretty good, similar size than the P20 Pro and the entry-level Mate 20 smartphone. Then let's come to the Mate 20 itself. So that's the regular Mate 20 with that water drop notch. So the notch here is way smaller than on the P20 Pro, but this has one reason, because it's only hosting a front-facing camera and no other sensors or IR flooders for the face unlock. The face unlock is also working on the Mate 20, but it's not as secure as on the Mate 20 Pro, and also it doesn't work that good if it's dark, so at night. Alright, so let's have a look at the smartphone. So actually this one here has a bigger display than the Mate 20 Pro. We have something like 6.53 or 6.52 inches, I don't remember anymore, but it's just a tiny little bit bigger than on the Mate 20 Pro. So the reason for that is different form factor and yeah, basically design. Now on the Mate 20 Pro we have a curved display, while on the Mate 20 we have a regular display. So if you don't like curved smartphones like me, then the Mate 20 will actually be very appealing to you. Also, I like the design of the Mate 20 a tiny little bit more than on the Mate 20 Pro. So this feels way more than the old Mate 10. Okay, so let's have a look at the rear. So here you can see we have a fingerprint scanner, which feels pretty good. It's also very fast. There is no in-display fingerprint scanner on the Mate 20, and also in China they are right now launching a Mate 20 Pro without a fingerprint in-display fingerprint. So this could be also very exciting. So we have here a triple camera system. So as I've told you, the Mate 20 Lite has dual cameras, the Mate 20 has triple cameras, but they are different than on the Mate 20 Pro. Now on the Mate 20 Pro we have 40 megapixels, 20 megapixels and 8 megapixels, while on the Mate 20 we have 16, 12 and 8 megapixels. So lower resolution, and also the lens is slightly different. Both are made in collaboration with Leica, and I have to say, pictures on the Mate 20 and Mate 20 Pro, they look really amazing. So there is a tiny difference in terms of camera performance between the Mate 20 and Mate 20 Pro, but I have to be honest, it's a tiny difference. Alright, so on the right hand side of the smartphone we have all the buttons. So we have the power button, volume rocker. At the bottom we have the Type-C port. Main difference to the Pro, we have the speaker here, so a regular speaker. Then at the top we have a headphone jack, which we don't have on the Mate 20 Pro, and an IR blaster. Alright, so also here on this one it's dual SIM, and you have to use Huawei's new nano memory cards, which I will show you in the next video. Then let's come to the Mate 20 Pro, which is right now my daily driver. So I've upgraded from the P20 Pro, and sometimes I still want to press the fingerprint scanner here at the bottom, but actually the fingerprint scanner is in the display. Now I've used it now for, since the release, I think it's 2 weeks, and I've used it also earlier a little bit, and the fingerprint scanner is working quite good. But if you have smudgy fingers, sometimes it doesn't get recognized, and also you have to press a little bit harder than on a normal fingerprint scanner. Alright, so the phone itself feels really good in my hands. It reminds me a little bit of my Note 8 because of the curved display and the form factor and how it feels in my hand. So I think it's really cool that the fingerprint scanner is in the display, because this is really convenient. I don't have to search the fingerprint here on the back, which sometimes is really annoying. For instance, on the Sony Xperia XZ3, which I have right over here, the fingerprint is on very much on the low side here, and it's very hard to reach. But here with the in-display fingerprint scanner, this is absolutely amazing. Alright, so the main differences: different notch to the Mate 20. So that's because of all the sensors and IR flutter for the face unlock stuff. Then the backside, as you can see, that's the Twilight version. I think it looks pretty cool. It comes in different finishes, same as the Mate 20. So we also have here a triple camera system, but as I've told you, we have different sensors inside of the Pro version. Huawei logo right over here. At the top we have an IR blaster and a top microphone, and at the bottom we have an USB port, so Type-C USB port, and here also the SIM slot. But as you can see, there is actually no speaker, because the speaker this time is hidden in the USB Type-C port. Now, if you ask me how that sounds like, then just watch my review. Actually, there's only a tiny difference to the Mate 20, and I have to say, the speakers, they sound quite good, because it's taking also the earpiece and simulates kind of a stereo sound. For sure the earpiece is not as loud and as bassy as the bottom speaker, but I think it's doing a good job. Also, if you plug in the cable, it still sounds quite okay. Then let's have a look here at the Mate 20X, which is the biggest of them. So actually, if you compare that to an iPhone XS, then this is absolutely crazy. Just see how much more screen there is. So I tried to put some stuff onto the Mate 20X, but this is a prototype version because it gets not sold in my country. And also there are only some specific countries where the Mate 20X is sold. So well, if you have a look at the back side, then if you check out the camera, it says winter is coming, and yeah, it's actually a prototype, but it should have the same camera as the Mate 20 Pro if I'm right. Fingerprint scanner here on the back side, and this finish looks really cool, feels also pretty cool. And yeah, the phone is huge. So we have the same notch as on the Huawei Mate 20. We have the Kirin 980, we have 6 gigs of RAM, and yeah, we have dual speakers. So at the top here, there's a speaker, at the bottom there's a speaker, and the speakers are really loud and they sound fantastic. So if you have a look at the display, then we have QHD plus resolution, I think, or however the thing is called. So I can quickly go on the Mate 20 Pro. Yeah, it's WQHD plus resolution, while on the Mate 20X, if we go to screen resolution, we have here on the prototype, it says only full HD, but actually this should be full HD plus, I guess. Yeah, the display is looking really good on all the Mate 20 smartphones, and this here has 7.2 inches. So if you watch movies on that smartphone, this is really amazing. But I think to use it as a normal smartphone, the screen is already way too big. Also, I tried to play some games on the smartphone, and the only game I could actually play is Darkness Rises, because all the others do not work without the Play Store. And this device, the prototype here right now, is not Google Play certified. So that's the reason why I actually can't play any other games. But as you can see here, Darkness Rises is a game with really a lot of effects, good graphics. Now for a prototype, it's running really okay, but I've seen already some gaming tests where it runs really much smoother than here on the prototype. And yeah, if you compare this with a Nintendo Switch, then guys, just check this out. Now, well, check out the screen size. So without the controllers, it's almost the same size. Yeah, Huawei says it's actually better because you have full HD resolution on the Mate 20X and you only get 720p on the Switch. But yeah, I think you can't compare this. Now, I know a lot of cool Android games come out, but Nintendo has so many games which are so much fun. And also with the controllers, you can play with up to 4 people on the Switch. So I think comparing that with the Switch is actually quite stupid. But I do get their point. Android, so mobile gaming, is becoming really huge, also in China. And there, I think this smartphone will sell pretty good. So well, as you can see, yeah, Google Play Services requires an action. So this device is not yet a fully working unit, but so far I have to say, yeah, you get it, guys. It's a huge display. The speakers, they sound pretty good. And yeah, also cameras, if it's the same like on the Mate 20 Pro, then well, really good camera performance as well. So wow, that was a lot, and I'm now playing around with the smartphones. If you have any questions which I should cover in the full videos, just leave me a comment down below and I'll try to reply as soon as possible and also include it in the full review. Now, I know guys, there's a lot of information and I don't want to make the videos too long because then nobody would watch it. But if you have questions, as I've told you, put them down below. My favorite Mate 20 is the Mate 20 Pro, even though I prefer a little bit the design of the Mate 20 because it feels way more than the Mate 10. Mate 10 Pro actually, and all in all I have to say camera performance great, battery performance great, actual gaming performance, I don't game a lot but performance is really good. Yeah, the only thing which is missing is 4K 60 FPS because the Kirin 980 can only do 4K 30 FPS encoding, which is a little bit weird. Other than that, great smartphones, and if you want to get a Mate 20 then let me know. Alright guys, so big thanks for watching this video until this point. Please subscribe to see more and to see the full reviews. And as always, thank you so much. I'm Steven from Tech Magnet and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a nice day. Bye.